Check your savings account balance right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. See that number? It looks the same as it did last month, maybe even a little bigger. But here's the brutal truth. It's actually worth less than it was a year ago. Your money is shrinking while you sleep. So let's talk about what's actually going on in 2026. Inflation is sitting above 3% right now. That means the stuff you buy, groceries, gas, your morning coffee, rent, all of it costs more this year than last year. And your money? It buys less. Simple as that. Now here's where it gets ugly. The average American is losing over $2,000 a year to inflation. $2,000. Gone. Not because you spent it, not because you made a bad call, just because it's sitting in the wrong place. Most people keep their cash in a regular savings account earning, what, 0.01% interest? Meanwhile, prices climb 3% a year. Do that math. You're going backwards every single day, and the bank never sends you a memo about it. Now here's why this hits us harder than anyone wants to admit. We're the generation that came up during one financial mess after another. We watched 2008 happen as kids. We graduated into chaos. A lot of us are still carrying student loans that feel like they'll never end. Sound familiar? And rent? Don't even get me started. Rent's eaten more of our paychecks than any generation before us. So by the time you cover rent, the loans, the car, the phone bill, the streaming services you forgot you signed up for, there's barely anything left to save. And the little bit you do manage to put away, inflation's quietly chipping at it. A friend asked me about this last week. She's working 2 jobs, got a side hustle selling stuff online, and she finally built up like $4,000 in savings. She was proud of it, and she should be. But that $4,000 is sitting in a standard account doing absolutely nothing. I had to tell her that money's losing real value every month you leave it there. She had no idea. Most people don't. And honestly, that's the part that gets me. We grind so hard. We pick up the extra shifts, we drive for the apps, we sell the candles or the prints or whatever the side hustle is this year. We do everything right by the old rules. Just save your money. And the system rewards us with shrinking dollars. It feels like running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up. Like no matter how much you do, you're still behind. But you're not stuck. That's the whole point of this. You can flip the script, and it doesn't take a finance degree. So let's get into the real talk. Here's the thing nobody explains properly. Your bank is making money off your money. They take your deposits, lend them out, earn interest, and hand you basically nothing back. That's the game. They're counting on you not paying attention. But high-yield savings accounts? They're offering 4 to 5% APY right now. Read that again. 5%. That's higher than inflation. So instead of losing ground, your money's actually growing in real terms. Same money, same effort, way better spot to park it. Now let me bust the biggest myth I hear. People go, oh, high-yield accounts must be risky, or it's some scam, or there's a catch. No, these are normal, FDIC-insured accounts at real banks. Your money's just as safe as it is at the big traditional bank. It just works harder for you. The only catch is most of them are online banks without fancy branches, which is exactly why they can pay you more. Less overhead, more for you. And if you want actual inflation protection baked in, look at iBonds and TIPS. These are government-backed, and they literally adjust with inflation, so your money keeps pace no matter what prices do. They're not exciting, but they're solid for the part of your savings you won't touch for a while. Then there's the long game, the stock market. The S&P 500 has historically beaten inflation by about 7% a year. 7% on average over time. That's how regular people actually build wealth. Not by hoarding cash, but by owning a tiny piece of the whole economy. I know. The market feels scary, it goes up and down, and watching it dip makes your stomach drop. But over years and decades, it's been the most reliable way to stay ahead. Time in the market beats timing the market every single time. Okay, so what do you actually do right now? Let's keep it simple. Step 1. Open a high-yield savings account today. This takes about 10 minutes from your phone. Look up a reputable online bank, check the APY, make sure it's FDIC insured, and move your emergency fund and short-term savings over. That one move could save you thousands over the next few years. 10 minutes. Thousands of dollars. That's the best hourly rate you'll ever earn. Step 2. Keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in that high-yield account for emergencies. That's your safety net, and now it's actually growing. Step 3. For money you won't need soon, Look into I-bonds or tips for guaranteed inflation protection. Step 4. Start investing in something boring and broad like an S&P 500 index fund. Even $50 a month. Just start. Future you will be so grateful. Don't overthink any of this. The biggest mistake is doing nothing because you're waiting for the perfect plan. There isn't one. Just start with step 1. Look, none of this is complicated, and none of it requires you to be rich. It just requires you to actually pay attention, which puts you ahead